Hey, what's up? It's your boy Rawk, and welcome to Rawk Recompletes, a series in which I take a look back at old games that I've previously beaten to see if my opinions on them still hold true. Today I'll be taking a look at Super Mario Odyssey, which released on the Nintendo Switch in 2017. And whoo boy, do I have a lot to say about this game. So without any further ado, let's get right into it.
Super Mario Odyssey!
Super Mario Odyssey. Where the f*** do I even start with this gem? A 3D Mario game was teased in the Nintendo Switch reveal trailer in October of 2016. It looked to be a return to the more open format of 64 and Sunshine, but it was hard to tell based on what little we were shown. That didn't stop me from spending every minute of every day yearning for more information, until it was finally gifted onto me in the Switch presentation in January of 2017. Yoshiaki Koizumi strolls up looking dapper as all hell in his Mario hat to announce that, yup, Nintendo listened.
This is the first time since Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine that we have created a large Mario sandbox world like this for you to run around in.
I've never been so turned on by a Japanese man. Later at E3 2017, Nintendo dropped another trailer for the game, which revealed the capture mechanic, and oh god did this look fun! At the end of the trailer they revealed the release date, and I began eagerly counting down the days. I was beyond excited for this game. Until I realised, fuck, I don't have money, a job, or a Switch. Fuck. So the game released on October 27th and I didn't get it. Christmas rolls around and after a night of no sleep knowing that I was about to be granted the right to Mario Odyssey, I saw a box that could only contain one thing. Oh, fuck yeah!
You're grounded.
Finally, I could play this game that I've been waiting almost a year for. So do you want to know what I did? What the fuck else did you expect? This game didn't live up to my expectations. It blew them out of the fucking water! I played through the entirety of the game, collected every single moon, 100%ed it, then I did it again. I played through the game so many times, trying to speedrun it, trying no capture runs, trying no jump runs and getting stuck in the Cap Kingdom. It was great. This game is great. I fucking loved it. Super Mario Odyssey was my favourite game, not only of the series, but of all time. It was hands down the game that I had the most embarrassing feelings for. So after nearly 3 years of owning the game, is that still the case? Super Mario Odyssey is pretty unique in the story department and tries to do something different than the other games, while still keeping it familiar. Our story begins in the skies above Peach's castle, where Bowser is kicking the shit out of Mario. The game starts right in the middle of the action. It doesn't waste our time with the typical "I baked you a cake" bullshit. We know how a Mario story begins, so Odyssey decides to start where things get interesting. With one blow from Bowser's hat, Mario is defeated and is sent flying. Bowser brags that he and Peach are going to get married, and Mario's iconic hat is torn to shreds by the ship's propellers. This is the first time in the series that Bowser not only beat Mario outright, but also made it explicitly clear that he intends to marry Peach, which is very interesting to me. After plummeting into the abyss below Peach's castle, Mario awakes in the Cap Kingdom, where we meet Cappy. He explains to us that Bowser wreaked havoc in the kingdom, and kidnapped his sister Tiara to be used in the wedding. Mario and Cappy team up to retrieve their loved ones and curve stomp Bowser because he is just too attractive in that getup. The two make their way into the Cap Tower, where they encounter their first threat. Ah!
Yeah, come on!
Ah! This is where we discover one of the core features of the game, the capture mechanic, which we'll delve much deeper into later, but for now I'll just say this. The cutscene for the frog capture is hilarious and I love it. Moving on. We make our way to the top of the tower, where we encounter bunnies. These goons are Bowser's wedding planners, and are essentially this game's replacement for the Koopalings, which I actually really appreciate. I love the Koopalings, but I absolutely won't deny that they were becoming very overused, so this is a nice change. But come on guys, this guy's so Morton Cooper it hurts. Nevertheless, we kick the shit out of Topper and make our way to the Cascade Kingdom. We find a rusty, broken down ship. We need to collect power moons in order to restore it to a functional state. We throw this bitch's bitch in our face and stuff the ship with moons. Oh, I love this game! From here on out, each and every kingdom we go to has a direct conflict with Bowser, as he stole their resources for the wedding, because the only reason Peach would marry him is because he doesn't have fucking flowers. In the Sand Kingdom, Bowser stole the big ring, and left the kingdom in a frigid, frozen state. It's our job to enter the inverted pyramid and beat the Wendy O. Cooper of the Broodals, Harriet. We fly back to the Odyssey and nighttime falls upon the kingdom, as the pyramid floats up into the sky, revealing a cavern. We dive in and discover where the ring was, and go hand to hand with Nutglow Tech. It's funny because hands! We head back to the Odyssey again, and we can now travel to either the Lake Kingdom or the Wooded Kingdom. In the Lake Kingdom, the Lock Lady dress has been stolen, and the locals aren't happy about it. This kingdom is very short, as our only goal is to beat Rango and go about our day. In the Wooded Kingdom, the prized soiree bouquet is stolen, and we have to defeat Spewart. Kicking him in the dick causes Torque Drift to appear and wreak havoc in the secret garden. So naturally, we have to f*** him up too. We fly off to our next destination and come across Bowser. We find a convenient place to land and it's time for a showdown. We beat Bowser and he gives us a hilarious display of not physics, that's for sure. Bowser decides, fuck Mario, and diagnoses him with terrorism. The Odyssey f***s out and crash lands in the Lost Kingdom. Our only goal in this kingdom is to collect enough moons to power the ship back up. And also this guy! After our misadventures in the Wooded Kingdom, we head over to the Metro Kingdom. When we arrive, we meet Pauline? Holy shit, it's actually her! Oh, and a giant metal caterpillar wreaking havoc on the city. But Pauline, right? Naturally, we must destroy this metallic monster. And can I quickly say something? The atmosphere going on here is fantastic. The state of the city mixed with the rainy night setting fills you with unease, and it's magnificent. Anyway, we cause Mega Wiggler to fucking explode! And we carry on with our day. Mayor Pauline then tasks us with recruiting musicians for the New Donk City Festival. So we do the unthinkable and do it. But now the city doesn't have enough power for the festival, so we do what Mario does best and jump into the sewers. We take care of the poisonous pests, restore power to the city, and are rewarded with one of the best parts of the entire game, the New Donk City Festival.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the New Donk City Festival, a celebration of the history of our city. And now, to get things started, her honor, Mayor Pauline.
After this glorious display of fan service, we hit another fork in the road, leading to either the Snow Kingdom or the Seaside Kingdom. The Snow Kingdom is enveloped in a blizzard, so we take to the underground town of Shiveria. Bowser's dastardly plot in this kingdom sees him blocking the entrance to the Grand Prix grounds. Sure. We have to collect multi-moons in 4 different areas, each one opening one of Bowser's barricades. We participate in the Bound Bowl Grand Prix, make everyone eat our dust, and re-emerge to a blizzard-free frozen tundra. The Sea Kingdom is plagued by an octopus with an unquenchable thirst for the kingdom's world-renowned sparkling water. Bowser also stole some of the sparkling water, presumably before this f***head got here. Our mission is to uncork all 4 fountains and squirt all over the Mollusk Lancer. The Luncheon Kingdom is up next, where Bowser has stolen the stupendous stew, and I assume it was eaten by this guy because... We make our way through the main plaza and beyond, and end up... well... There's a reason this is the best-selling 3D Mario game, and this is it. We're deposited into the soup bowl, and we have to complete this extremely difficult platforming challenge. Well, fuck you too! Now it's our job to uppercut Kukateel in the jaw and head off to the final destination. As we're flying to Bowser's kingdom, we're interrupted by... What the dragon?! Fuck! Bowser summoned this son of a bitch from the depths of Dark Souls, and we're expected to just... kill it? We were severely underprepared. After somehow defeating this behemoth, not that behemoth, this behemoth, we can head off to Bowser's Kingdom. We scale Bowser's castle and battle Topper and Harriet once again. We make our way to the very top of the castle. Bowser is waiting for us, and instead of battling us, he retreats to his airship, telling us once again how we can't stop him from marrying Peach. We take chase, and as is tradition for this game, Mario gets decked in the face! Bowser flies away and leaves us to deal with... They just won't fucking die. After this incredibly difficult boss fight, the Odyssey takes us to outer space. We land on the moon and we need to make our way to the church where the wedding is taking place. In order to get there, we have to head underground and traverse the core of the moon. We make our way to the exit and... Oh, for fuck's sake. What one dog needs 4 hats? We defeat Madame Brood, again, and we can finally resurface and make a mad dash for the church. We rush inside as fast as we can, break down the doors and... I ain't having none of that shit. Damn it. Where the f*** was this ability during the main game? This is it, the final showdown, and honestly, an amazing fight. A fight that we've already done, but still, an amazing fight. We punch Bowser so hard he strips, and the ground around us begins to fall. We awake in the moon's core as it crumbles beneath our feet. We reunite with Peach, Tiara, and Bowser, and... Oh. No. No! Holy shit! Yes! Yes! This is fucking amazing! Oh my god! Whew, this is my favourite moment in the entire game. I feel like this is what the entire capture mechanic was building up to, and it's absolutely fantastic. We save Bowser and Peach and... well, just watch. This game could not have ended any more perfectly. This is a hilarious moment. Honestly, this might be the best ending in the series. The story in this game, it isn't as grand as Galaxy, and it isn't as complex as Sunshine, but my god is it incredible. Unlike with the other games, the story isn't just at the beginning and end, it's a constant throughout the entire game, and it fuels everything that happens. It's definitely not perfect, but I'd argue that it's potentially the best in the series. Much like with the story, the gameplay of Odyssey is both brand new and very familiar. Every move that you'd expect is here. The standard jump, triple jump, long jump, wall jump, spin jump and side jump, but there's some new and enhanced moves in there too. The roll is back, but now it's actually usable! The roll can be held indefinitely, and is the fastest Mario can move, and this is an incredibly fun move to use. You can also do a jump out of a ground pound, which allows for more height than a backflip, and is much easier and quicker to use, which kind of makes the backflip obsolete. Finally, the dive returns from 64 and Sunshine, but it works a little differently in this game. Instead of being mapped to a single button, the dive is done by ground pounding in midair and then pressing Y. This sounds like it would be tricky to pull off, but it's second nature to me at this point. On top of Mario's main moveset, we of course have Cappy. This guy changes everything. The Y button throws Cappy, which allows you to interact with the environment. You can spin Cappy around as an AoE attack, and you can also throw him up and down. The main thing to do with Cappy, however, is of course, the capture mechanic. Throw this sucker at anything with a brain that you can break into, and you'll capture them to bend them to your will. Every single creature that you can capture has its own unique moveset with their own strengths, weaknesses, and versatility, and this makes for immense gameplay variety, which is something I massively appreciate. This isn't even something that can be properly described, it's simply something that you need to experience. But the smorgasbord of brand new gameplay opportunities makes Super Mario Odyssey really something special. A handful of captures are pre-existing Mario enemies, and these guys are incredibly fun. But the ones that are brand new are arguably much more exciting. All of them have unique, charming designs, and are incredibly fun to play as, and honestly, the fact that this is a real thing should be more than enough to justify the mechanic. But Rawk, you might be asking, what exactly can you capture? Mario has an incredibly fast, fun feel to him, and when combined with the moveset and the addition of Cappy and the capture mechanic makes this game the best in the series, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean it's perfect. First slight gripe, the wall jump in this game is absolutely worthless. You get absolutely no distance or height from it. Just look at this section from the Lost Kingdom. That just isn't right. Let's also real quick compare this to the wall jump in 64 and Sunshine. This is upsetting. This wasn't really something I noticed on my first 8 playthroughs, but this time it stuck out like a sore thumb. And the main issue I have with the controls is, you guessed it, the motion controls. My preferred way of playing the game is with the Pro Controller, and not only does this make the motion controls really uncomfortable, waving this beauty around just doesn't feel right, but it also makes them less accurate. The game constantly shoves the 2 Joy-Con recommendation down your throat, and while I don't generally like using detached Joy-Cons, I gave it a go and... my god, this is so much better. This control setup is very akin to the Wii Remote and Nunchuk, and I actually really enjoy it and use it for the rest of the game. The separated motion sensors allow for greater accuracy, and allows me to use the moves I want to use. If you want to use the motion controls in handheld mode, however, f*** your life, because it simply does not work. This game is incredibly fun to control, and the immense gameplay variety makes it a blast from start to finish. The motion controls make me sad, but when every other aspect of the gameplay is as impeccable as it is, it's easy enough to let that slide. This game's fucking beautiful! This is by far the most stunning game in the series, and I don't even think that's up for debate. It has the highest poly models, the highest resolution, and in an artistic sense, it is absolutely spectacular. This game goes back to the style used in Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, but advances it by adding touches of realism to it. But before we talk about that, I'd like to discuss how the game shows off its graphics in the early moments by not showing them off. Let me explain. The first area that we play in is the Cap Kingdom. Grey, dull, minimal. Sure, we can still see the amazing texture on Mario's overalls on the ground, but it doesn't really pop very much. Let's compare this with the following area, the Cascade Kingdom. Bright, vibrant, beautiful. A raging waterfall that allows for gorgeous lighting and fluid animation, impeccably detailed texture work on the chain chomps, and the gorgeous scenery of the prehistoric setting are all absolutely stunning. This game has a variety of unique species, and all of these are a treat. I'm particularly fond of the Chivarians. Just look at them! Each and every character is animated amazingly. They all just feel incredibly lively. The game is just... it's fucking stunning! I seriously cannot get enough of looking at this game. Just look at Mario. He's so animated and has such a poignant personality as a result. It's honestly amazing. And then the music. The music. The fucking music! The game's soundtrack is fucking incredible. I legitimately love every single song. Cascade Kingdom is one of my all-time favourite video game songs, but the Lost Kingdom, Seaside Kingdom, Snow Kingdom, Bowser Kingdom, Metro Kingdom, and pretty much every other kingdom are definite highlights. However, there are 2 songs in the soundtrack that stand out among the rest: Jump Up Superstar and Break Free. Both of these songs have lyrics. The most iconic of the 2 is Jump Up Superstar, sung by Pauline in the New Donk City Festival. But for me personally, I vastly prefer Break Free. This song is a love letter to the franchise. Its lyrics are about the relationship between Mario and the player, and despite what life might throw at you, hey, Mario will always be here to offer you happiness and joy. The voice acting in this game is also pretty damn good. Bowser is particularly funny, as all of the clips are recorded for every specific encounter, which in his case leads to... all in all, this game is fucking stunning, man. That's about all there is to say. Super Mario Odyssey is a huge fucking fucking game, and naturally there's a shit ton to collect. The main collectible is obviously the power moons, and there are 860 of these fuckers throughout the many kingdoms. There are 1,000,001 ways to find a moon, and while many people would argue that many methods repeat far too often, I just don't agree. I jumped at the chance to collect every single moon again, and if I'm being honest, there wasn't a single moon that I didn't enjoy obtaining. Some were tricky, sure, but that didn't make them any less enjoyable. After beating Bowser, the Mushroom Kingdom is unlocked, and I fucking love this. This is an homage to Super Mario 64, and exploring the castle grounds again is incredibly fun. It's obviously not a one-to-one recreation, and there are a hell of a lot of new areas, but that makes it much more exciting to experience, as there's always something new to discover around every corner. Also, after beating Bowser, moon rocks become breakable in every kingdom, which explode into a boatload of new moons to collect. After collecting 250 moons, we unlock the Dark Side of the Moon, which is a boss rush wherein you fight all 4 Broodals again, and the final fight is them in their big f***off mech. There's only one single recovery heart, and it's right before the final fight, so this is actually quite a challenge, and admittedly, I had a Peach amiibo at hand just in case. This isn't the end though. No. As after collecting 500 moons, the darker side of the moon opens up. This is essentially this game's rendition of Grandmaster and Champions Road, and it's fine. It's not too hard, it's not too long. It's actually enjoyable, and especially thanks to the much more freeing controls in this game compared to Galaxy 2 and 3D World, this level is actually fun to go through multiple times. I know, shocker. After collecting all 860 moons, you are then able to purchase an additional 139, bringing your total to 999, at which point you'll get a reward. Okay, I love that. And on top of the moons, Mario lowers himself to my level and begins hoarding! What am I doing? Each kingdom has its own regional coins, which are purple and have unique shapes in every kingdom. The Moon Kingdom purple coins are star bits, and that just makes me wet. These coins, as well as the standard gold coins, can be used in the crazy cap stores throughout the game. These shops offer my 2 favourite words right now, collectibles and cosplay. Yes, in this game Mario can change into many different outfits, which is something that initially had me saying, I think I'll pass. And now has me saying,
You are a pirate! Yar fiddled indeed!
I absolutely love the costumes. Not only are they incredibly fun, but they reference every single part of Mario's history. Nothing is too obscure to be a costume here, and that's really something special. Except of course the Fire Flower. The Fire Flower. Some costumes are kingdom specific, but the majority can be bought with regular coins. Mario can also collect stickers and figures that relate to the kingdom that you buy them from, and that get displayed on and in the Odyssey. In order to nab them all, you're gonna have to scout out every single purple coin. All of the stickers and collectibles are ripped directly from their respective kingdoms, and they really help make the Odyssey feel alive, whilst adding to the feeling of world exploration, as they all come from vastly different regions. I really enjoyed collecting these. They definitely make the Odyssey more crowded, but they're fun nevertheless. Now, if I was reviewing the game when it came out, that would be all, but Nintendo decided to hit us with sadness. The free DLC that Nintendo dropped added a load of costumes for us to collect, and they're all expensive as tits. This means the coin grind becomes very real, but thankfully, Luigi is here to help. Luigi's Balloon World is a minigame where you can hide balloons throughout all of the game's kingdoms and find balloons that other players have hidden. There's a very interesting risk and reward system in play. The more difficult balloons cost more to hunt for, but in return, you get massive amounts of coins, making this a very fun and rewarding mode to play. This mode also has a ranking system, and reaching the maximum rank, rank 50, is also a part of the completion criteria. Each rank has a different way of reaching it, whether it be by earning enough coins from hiding balloons, having a high streak of balloons found in a row, or getting enough coins from hiding balloons. Every rank has you do something different. Reaching rank 50, which takes so goddamn long, turns Luigi's balloons golden. And other people online can see that you're rank 50. But nobody really plays this mode anymore. Yay! Super Mario Odyssey is jam-packed with objectives to complete, and doing it all can take a massive amount of time and dedication. But the game is so fun, and doing it is so satisfying, that it's something that I cannot wait to do again. Super Mario Odyssey is an absolute joy of a game. I had a smile on my face from start to finish and beyond, and it's a game that I'm going to be returning to for years to come. It's honestly one of my happiest places in gaming, a game that no matter what I do in it for however long, I will be happy. But is it still my favourite? Well, stay tuned. Naturally, now that I've reviewed all of the games, the next step is to rank them all. So, join me next time on Rawk Recompletes, where we're gonna... Look guys,
Review us.
You guys are great, but what am I supposed to...
Review us.
Listen, I'd love to, but I don't have any way to record N64, DS, or 3DS, so what the hell am I supposed to do?
Steal. Steal. Steal.
Steal.
Steal. Steal. Steal. Steal.
Okay. Fine.